the 2022 Kia EV6. So this is a vehicle that I have been looking forward to for a very long time. Why? Because I was always waiting for either Kia or Hyundai to come out with a proper EV. And I think for the most part that they have delivered, because when Kia and Hyundai, when they make EVs mainstream, that's when you know the trend of EVs, it's no longer a trend. This is actually going to legitimately be the future. And this EV6, okay, is one of the first models that they came out with here. Okay, it's going to be on a global architecture. The EGMP is what they're calling it. And it's a rear-wheel drive platform, basically, with the obvious addition of all-wheel drive with the dual motor. And Kia wants to develop 11 new electric EV models by 2026. That's their goal. And this is one of the ways that they're going to do it. So with this global architecture of EVs, you know, this EV6 is a little CUV, small SUV thing, kind of like a Ford Mach-E or a Tesla Model Y. But they also plan on making sedans, larger SUVs, things of this nature, right? They can basically make anything. So that's pretty cool. They're really going to try and mainstream this thing. And this vehicle is going to start at around $45,000. Now, that's actually a little bit higher than I anticipated, but they will make other models, smaller vehicles, that will obviously be a lot more affordable. So, but this looks like a complete product. I really do appreciate this vehicle. Tesla's, like, they're cool and all, but the problem with them is that they're just not built that well. Okay, everybody knows this. Okay, Kia's been in the car business game for a very long time, and they've done a massive 180 10 years ago, basically. All their cars have just been blurring the lines between luxury cars. Like with new vehicles like the Kia K5 that they just came out with, dude, that is a seriously impressive vehicle in terms of the refinement and also the looks of that car. That's a hot looking sedan. You know, the way that this new EV6 looks, I'm not really a massive fan of it. Kind of just looks plain and ordinary, just kind of looks like a regular car. So I thought it would look a lot more crazier considering the way the K5 looks, but oh well, it's okay. It's still a decent looking ride. It's just, you know, leave your thoughts below about the way that this vehicle looks. But let's go ahead and let's get into the more important details. So with the start of this vehicle, they're calling this Plan S, or the S stands for shift, basically. So this is going to be like their pivoting point, their changing point, right? Kia has invested like $25 billion into the creation of new EVs. Like, they are not, excuse my language, but they're not fucking around here. Like, they are really balls deep into this. So this is obviously the future. Every company is going to be doing this now. 300 miles of range. Okay, that's what you're going to be getting. That's the top range that you're going to be getting with the EV6, and that's on the base model, rear-wheel drive with like what, 167 horsepower. So 300 miles of range. I mean, that's good. That's the bare minimum you need. This is already outdoing all the new little Euro SUVs that's coming out, right? Like the little Audi e-trons and the Mercedes EQCs or whatever. This is at least 300 miles. That's pretty good. The others are like, what, 220, 230 miles of range. So this is far better. 300 is the minimum that I would actually require, but I would have liked them to kind of push the envelope here a little bit. 350 range, maybe even 400 miles of range would have been nice to see. They could have really outdone Tesla here, but this is basically in line with the Teslas. I do like the size of this vehicle. Okay, it's about the size of like a Model Y, but this thing has the wheelbase of a Telluride, so about 114.2 inches. That's pretty good. It's a good size vehicle for sure. So you got plenty of space, plenty of cargo space. It's obviously like a flat battery pack, basically. It's all down low like all the EV cars, so you got plenty of space. It's not an issue. EV6 GT is going to have 576 horsepower. That's the GT trim. Hasn't really been unveiled yet. That EV6 GT should be coming out at the end of 2022. So, you know, the base model, like I already mentioned, it's like, what, 167 horsepower basically. And the next level up from that is 218 horsepower. And then you have the model, which I would probably personally choose. And that's the dual motors, a front and a rear motor, producing 313 horsepower, and that thing will do 0 to 60 in about 5.1 seconds. But obviously all the headlines are going for the GT that does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. I don't really think that's necessary. I think the regular all-wheel drive with 313 horsepower is more than enough. Apparently, this thing is going to act as like a mobile power source, right? It can be like a generator, can power up your, your phones, your home, your laptops, anything, right? So that's pretty cool. 21 standard safety features. Now that is ridiculous, actually. And obviously it includes the semi-autonomous driving capabilities, of course, and a little augmented reality heads-up display. It's cool, I guess. They will come out with the first edition, so 1,500 models will be available, I believe, starting in June 3rd. So you can actually already order the vehicle if you want. And some of the more exciting things, right, that's going to be the charging times on this vehicle. So it's going to have the ability to do an ultra-fast DC charging. So from 10 to 80% charge or up to 210 miles can be achieved in under 18 minutes. So that is actually genuinely pretty fast charging. So that's pretty good there. This will be a nickel cobalt manganese battery pack, right? And most of these vehicles will be available for sale early 2022. But again, if you want to be a first adopter, then, I think it will be available as soon as June 3rd. Again, I'm sure you've already seen all the videos. Everybody already came out with their little articles and their little videos about this car, so you probably know everything about it. You can probably read all this up for yourself. But the interior is another huge reason why I was excited for this vehicle, right? The EV6, Kia is a proper car company, okay? They're going to have a proper interior. You see it with all their cars that they're coming out with, right? Ford, I haven't tried the Mach-E. That's one that I've been very curious about, but Ford interiors, it's been a little iffy for me for the most part. But again, I'll be excited to try out the Mach-E. Hopefully I get an opportunity to do that for you guys. But Kia interiors, for the most part, they're pretty good. Here they're going to be using some vegan leather seats and other recycled plastics all throughout the interior. You got touch screens all over. You have your little 12-inch gauge cluster screen, of course. That's typical. Bluetooth, obviously, wireless charging capabilities. And they're actually using a Meridian sound system this time. A 14-speaker unit with a titanium dome for an immersive and rich audio experience. That's pretty cool. I actually just tried a Meridian 29-speaker sound system in a Range Rover recently, and it did sound amazing. So Meridian sound systems, that's pretty legit. I do like that. Oh, and speaking of the charging times, I forgot to mention this. Nearly 70 miles can be added in less than 5 minutes with an 800-volt DC fast charging unit from a 350 kilowatt charger. So that allows for the 70 miles in 5 minutes and 210 miles in under 18 minutes. Something to keep in mind. Now, here's the thing with these new EVs, okay? They have like these new UVO link connected vehicle experience things, right? You got Kia Pay. This is what it's all about, of course. You have this new future of self-driving vehicles, and that basically enables you to do what? Spend more time on your phone, spend time on your Kia Pay app, and you can buy miscellaneous disposable items with that, right? Because now you have more time to shop, making more money for everybody, right? So, that's really what it comes down to. Am I excited for this new future of EVs? I mean, honestly, for most people, yes. For 99% of people, driverless cars are probably the best thing for them, because if you've been outside as of recently, everybody sucks at driving apparently. So a driverless society, that would be pretty nice. But here's the thing, they're going to kill off all the gasoline cars. That's probably going to be the future. So that's what I don't like about this. But regardless of what I like, this is the future. So get used to it. New EV cars, right? And at least this one is good. Okay, this one, with all the gas shortage scares, because that's exactly what it is, that we're just trying to scare you. People are going to be looking towards EV cars, right? And lo and behold, of course, Kia announces the EV6 in the middle of this whole gasoline scare. Of course, classic, right? So hopefully maybe you start putting some orders in for the EV6. I think you should. I think this is going to be a legitimate car. I think it'll be proper. I think it's definitely going to be tuned to be a very soft riding vehicle, like the new Kia products are. I don't really think it's going to be a sporty driving experience. I'll be curious to see what the GT is all about. Again, that to me is not the highlight, but this is going to be starting at $45,000 before any of the incentives, okay? And people are saying the GT is going to be maybe around $55,000, which actually is not bad considering the performance of that thing, but we don't really know for sure. But this is going to be a well put together vehicle, okay? That's what I like about this, and it's going to have a phenomenal warranty, a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty on it. Kia did say in the released that they will continue that warranty for these EVs. So that's a huge peace of mind right there. I like their little logo changes that they made. That new logo looks hot. I really do like that. Whoever designed that, kudos to them. That was a great design right there. And yeah, I mean, this looks like a proper vehicle. If you could snag some good discounts on it, I think this vehicle makes a whole lot of sense to a lot of people. It's very spacious. It's like a normal car, basically. It's got a proper interior in it, good infotainment. So something to consider. Now, is this something that you're going to be ordering? Let me know in the comment section. Is this something you already saw? Do you like it? I would like to hear your thoughts about it, but thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.